It's looking like Cassie relapsed before the cross examination. She came in the courtroom with that fake baby bump, lopsided. People was thinking to themselves, is she on drugs or no? Her speech slurred. As they going over the things that she stated, she catching attitudes with the people. A lot of people in the courtroom feel like they wasting their time. Cassie was a certified drug addict. Diddy gave her $20 million. She under the most pressure she ever been in her entire life. Everybody knows about her freak offs. Her husband is ashamed to be seen with her. Her family done went down to the courthouse and changed their last name. Her cousin just had a baby. So if she get to faking it, talking about, oh, she about to give birth and she online with a baby, it's a possibility it's her cousin's baby. Now, I'm gonna be giving y'all updates on what's happening here. We got a lot to go through, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, we got to get into this because Diddy is coming home. You got people outside the courtroom protesting. The Hebrew Israelites is out there. You got brothers from the 5% Nation. You even got some dreadlocked LBGTQ members out there protesting for Diddy. So y'all stay tuned because it's only gonna get crazier and crazier. Now we're gonna get up to speed real quick. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, here we go. Combs and Ventura used an escort service that was featured on a TV show. It don't get no more legal than that. An escort service Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie used, Cowboys for Angels, was featured on a Showtime TV show called Gigolos. So they was watching the show. Diddy feeling real zesty, wiggling his toes in the bed with Cassie. She looked at him. He looked at her. Next thing you know, they grabbed the phone book because they started freaking off way back in 2007. Cowboys for Angels. He loved Cassie. That was his little CC, and he was her pop or whatever. He figured if they Cowboys for an angel and Cassie, because she a Virgo, she act like she a virgin, it was a good idea to make her feel safe while she was freaking off. Ventura had been concerned that the escort she and Combs used might end up on the show and reveal their relationship. She confirmed when asked. So she trying to keep this shit all hush hush. She ain't want nobody to know she an undercover freak. Who's to know if it was her all along that wanted the freak offs? Diddy ain't give a fuck, man. Diddy was down for whatever. If they find out, they find out. It was Cassie, the one that ain't want nobody to know. So why would she be freaking if she was embarrassed about what she was doing? What's in the dark will come to the light. But for $20 million, she don't give a damn who see the crack of her ass. Defense attorney Estavo suggested that some of the escorts involved in the couple's freak-offs were featured on the show. Ventura said she'd never seen the show, so she wasn't sure. How you ain't never seen the show, but you know it's a show with the escorts and you worried about them telling you ain't looking to see which one of them might have told? She might have relapsed, y'all. It's a possibility Cassie back on that shit because she folding under pressure. She don't even sound like herself. Ventura said she saw inpatient treatment for mental health problems just a couple of years ago. She not right mentally to be speaking on any of this stuff. And she pregnant. Why would they throw her to the wolves like this? She back on that stuff. And the persecutors, the lawyers, the judges, they must don't care that they dealing with somebody that ain't even mentally stable enough to be going through nothing like this. Cassie Ventura testified she went to inpatient treatment center in early 2023 for mental health problems. So how you going to take her word for anything when she's certified crazy? She 5150. And y'all talking about her testimony is going to put him in jail for the rest of his life? The program was 45 days. And she said she began writing her book while she was in there. And that's why when Diddy seen the damn book and all that crazy she was writing, he just went ahead and bought the rights to the book so she'd go somewhere and sit down. Defense attorney Estavo said the treatment center, Willow House, treats patients for sexual compulsion and love addiction. So she'll fuck the mailman. The janitor can't even make it to his next appointment because Cassie in there freaking off. Ventura says she was not treated for those conditions while she was in there, but that's what the place is for. Why she like? Ventura also confirmed she's taking barufamine since she was prescribed the medication for opioid addiction in 2022. They talking to the female Kanye West. Oh my God. Ventura says she was treated for PTSD. Ventura is testifying about her time at the treatment center where she was seen for post-traumatic stress disorder, she said. Ventura confirmed that she participated in different kinds of therapy at the facility, Willow House, to treat her for PTSD, the eye movement dissertation and processing e-image. They got her on some MK Ultra. And somatic experience were among the therapies she received. She testified it helps recount memories and process them. Her memory ain't that good because they cross-examining the shit out of her ass. And she ain't able to keep up with them, man. They done already ran circles around her. She's stuck. Ventura described some of the treatment saying, if there was a time when you would get beat up in the room and couldn't walk out, you would have reimagined it in a way where you could actually be able to leave the room. Well, did she recall what was happening during them freak offs and how she was grabbing them boy cheeks so hard with her nails, they butts was bleeding? Do she remember telling Diddy that she want more daddy while he's sitting over there like a freak, whacking off with a big old bottle of baby oil? Neurofeedback treatment was another therapy she experienced. They hook your brain up to a machine and you watch something and it's kind of regulates your brain waves, she said. She a motherfucking Frankenstein. She got this treatment about 5 or 6 times. They got her brain hooked up to the machine. She's shaking, foam coming out her mouth. Then they had the nerve to sit her in the courtroom. What's wrong with these people? They went to a short break after that. The jury couldn't handle no more. Like, this bitch batshit crazy. Jury sees messages from Combs that references having the freak off without the drug. Diddy was tired of it. Like, why can't you just be normal, man? We don't need all them drugs, Cassie. I'm paranoid you're going to OD again. The jury was again shown a message from Diddy sent to Cassie in January 2016 that was brought up previously on direct examination, in which he referenced having the freak off without the damn ketamine. Ventura previously testified the K referenced ketamine. He said, I hate K, so let me know when. Please don't be mad and think that's all I want to do, Combs said. He said he hate that. He don't even want to take the drugs. Cassie want the drugs. She forcing him to free. Eventually, he started liking it. I'm pretty sure it was her idea to begin with. Because what man would want another man banging a chick? A successful foe is when we remember and we don't be fiending to do it right away, he continued. So he said, hold on, a successful foe is when we remember and we don't be fiending to do it again, fiending to do it the right way. So Diddy was trying to be sincere about the thing, man. Let's have a wholesome freak off. We don't need all them drugs. Let's have a regular experience. You ain't got to be acting all crazy. Because they said that when Cassie do them freak offs and she all high off that shit and her eyes turn black, you could barely find a picture of Cassie with her eyes not jet black. And that's the scariest part about all this. She a certified demon. Man, I swear she demonic. You can't even see no white in her eyes. Barely. Her shit's jet black. Even in her wedding photos, man. It's the creepiest thing I ever seen. Damn, her eyes scary. She looked like she into some wicked stuff. Her eyes say it all. Look at this. Hold on. This nigga gave a ring to the chick from The Ring. What was he thinking? Like, your soul is mine. Hell no. Hell no. If you see Cassie coming, you might as well run the other way. Ain't no telling what that bitch gonna do. She gonna freak you off and then put you in jail for the rest of your life. We got to get back into this news, man. Diddy wanted to have a freak off without the drugs, y'all. Yo, make sure y'all hit them like buttons, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. What it's like in the courtroom right now. As the jury is in a short break, Diddy's attorneys have left the room to try to get their exhibits in order. So they got some shit for Cassie. Combs is sitting by himself at the defense table. He asked a junior member of his legal team to adjust the monitor on the table so he can see the screen more clearly. Oh, he in there chilling. Puff got his feet up, got some of that prison popcorn from the vending machine. He was scared for his life. Now he excited about his future. This is a cakewalk. Combs' sons and sisters are present in court today. Cassie Ventura is wearing a pinstripe pantsuit. The jury has returned. The jury is back inside the courtroom after a short break. I know they scratching their heads. They got to be thinking it would be safer for us to let him walk instead of dealing with this. They ain't trying to lose their life for her ass. Who trying to go out like that for a hoe? They don't already made up their mind. They trying to figure out how much longer they got to be in there. Defense brings up 2010 text between Combs and Ventura. Defense attorney Estavo brought up text exchanges from April 2010 between Diddy and Cassie about the freak-offs. The conversation had already come up during Ventura's direct examination. She testified earlier this week that she was going to tell Combs she didn't want to have freak-offs anymore, but didn't because she saw how he reacted. The jury saw messages from over 3 days in April in which they discussed their relationship. Combs at one point said they needed to do some soul searching this time. Ventura said she was not feeling loved, to which Combs responded in that part, "You don't know what it is to take care of me." So he trying to figure it out and work it out. But she ain't say nothing about not wanting to do a freak off. Here's an exchange from April 19, 2010. Cassie said, "I want to talk to you about something tomorrow. Going to sleep. Love you." Diddy said, "Is it going to stress me out? What it's about? Because I ain't trying to be stressed out, man. I got too much shit on my mind." Ventura said, "Freak off. I can't wait. It's not a big deal." This bitch said she can't wait. She said, "I want to talk to you about something tomorrow. Going to sleep, love you. Is it going to stress me out? What is it about?" "Freak off. I can't wait. It's not a big deal." She said she can't wait for the freak off. Oh, she said, it can wait. She want to talk about, I'm sorry. We is talking about Cassie. Y'all got to forgive me. She said, "Freak off. It can wait. It's not a big deal." Combs said, "Now you don't want to do it anymore. Oh, I already know. You're so predictable." She said, "Really? Okay, since that's definitely what it was, we'll leave it at that then. Since I'm so predictable, a good night." "Whatever, baby. I'm not going to play no games with you. And you ain't going to keep shutting me down." "I'm not shutting you down. I never do. If anything, it's always the other way around. I wasn't going to say I didn't want to do it anymore." Like, Cassie, quit playing no games now. You know you want them BBCs. "I do, but I don't want you to be there next time. You ruin it for me. You're old and you're stinky." "Bitch, I smell good. I wear $1 million worth of cologne. You be the one stinking. You must be too high to remember the last time you sharded all over that man." Yeah. That's why we put your stinking ass in the shower. When you woke up, we had a bar of soap between your ass. "Fuck you, Diddy. I'm not shutting you down. I never do. If anything, it's always the other way around. I wasn't going to say I didn't want to do it anymore." She wanted to do it, so ain't no telling what she was trying to say. She probably wanted to do it more. He said, "Now you know." He said, "Now you don't want to do it no more." Oh, I already know. You so predictable. Okay, since that's definitely what it was, we'll leave it at that then. Since I'm so predictable, good night. Whatever, baby. I'm not gonna play no games with you, and you ain't gonna keep shutting me down. They need to grow up, especially Cassie. Well, he knew that she was young, and he going along with the shit. If anybody need to grow up, Diddy should have grew up. But he was with a mature Kim Porter that probably made him feel like a child. He's sitting at the dinner table with a bib around his mouth. His kids looking like, Dad, what's that for? Like, don't mind your father. Don't mind your father. Like, Kim, you think you could chop my steak up for me in nice little pieces like my mom did? And where's your white nails at? Like, Diddy want every woman to be his mother. What you need to do is find a young bitch and be more like her father. There's a tense atmosphere outside the courthouse where crowds of media and onlookers have gathered. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. People smell what they cooking in there, and it smell like some bullshit. Before Cassie took the stand, people was like, man, let them work that out. Justice will be served. But since they got a whiff of what's going on with Cassie, people going down there because they feel like they got to do something about it. And it's a whole lot of pressure for one woman. So it's a possibility that Cassie relapsed. A tense scene has been unfolding this week outside the downtown Manhattan courthouse where Sean Diddy Combs is standing trial on sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracies. Elizabeth Wagmeister, who has been reporting from the courthouse throughout the first week of the federal crime trial, said Friday that some fans of Combs have gathered outside to voice support for him. They are very passionate and they are very loud, she said, noting that a supporter of Combs and someone from the other side of the aisles were loudly arguing nearby as she reported on air today. They out there called saying, they telling it like it is, man. People fed up. They know it's some BS going on. That's what been happening at this courthouse because it's really a madhouse, both from the public and from the media. So it's going down outside that courthouse. They heard enough, don't seen enough. It's unjust at this point. Ventura says she doesn't hate Combs now. I have love for the past. I have love for the past? Bitch, you ain't no victim. Defense attorney Estavo asked Cassie if she hated Diddy now. I don't hate him. I do still have love for him. I have love for the past and what it was. She enjoyed every last minute of it, y'all. She don't regret not one moment. She got love for the past. And she still love him. There's some old fatal attraction nonsense here. What is going? She already said her mind outright. And her testimony, you know what? Let's just move on. Ventura and Combs text about dating other people in September 2018. Why is this in court? Why? When do we get around to the crimes? When did he shoot somebody? It ain't no minors involved. It's all grown consensual people. So where is the trafficking and the crimes? They have not yet said anything that could be incriminating to him. Do they plan on getting around to that, or they saving the best for last? Do they got other people coming forward that's reputable that they could, take their word for it, that got a long history with Diddy? Because them John Does and Jane Does, they was cab drivers talking about Diddy asked them to pull over and snatch down their pants. Or security guards and shit that was working one of his functions. And they say Diddy banged them in the back of the truck and left them there leaking or some bullshit like that. And never seen them again. So it's looking like Cassie all they got. Defense attorney Estavo is now going through text messages Cassie and Diddy exchanged in September 2018 about rumors she'd heard about him dating his yoga instructor. Ventura text, I hear you dating. I didn't know. Combs denied it, saying, I'm not dating. Dating who? I'm not dating. Ventura responded, maybe you've been going on dates all along, she later said. I actually need to stop even caring. Combs asked her, do you want to start dating? If you are, let's just talk about it. At this point, Ventura was already dating her now husband. She said, bitch, she talking about him dating a yoga instructor and she dating some dude, her damn her fitness trainer. Her husband read that. Man, he in the court. Oh my God, man. Ventura also testified that a month earlier in August 2018, she went to dinner with Combs for what she thought was a closure conversation. After the dinner, Combs drove her home and Ventura said he scraped her in her room. Meg, I don't believe it. That's what she want her husband to believe. I'm pretty sure they went out on a date. He went home, tore that ass up, and when her husband put it in her box and said, "What the fuck is this?" Like I seen Diddy leaving your house last night. Yes, he took advantage of me. I swear I didn't want to give it to him. She was dating too. She was dating her husband and dating Diddy at the same time. So what happened between the dinner when he drove you home and came in the house? And man, I don't believe nothing she got to say, man. Nothing she got to say. Jerry hears more messages about their relationship. And I know you're not supposed to go against the word of a woman, but we talking about Cassie here. She admitted that she had mental treatments for a whole lot of different things. And y'all like, well, maybe that's the reason why she had the mental treatments because he did this, that, and the third. All I could say is she's not the most honest person in the world. And that's why I feel the way I feel. Jury hears more messages about their relationship. The jury heard further messages from September 2018 in which Diddy tells Cassie, I want you to love me. I need you to love me. I do love you. I would just prefer not being one of your girlfriends anymore. She responded in the text. Oh, okay. All right, Cassie, though, she don't want to be his girl no more. In the messages, they both say they can't wait to see each other. The next day, she and Combs saw each other and had sex. Her now husband called her on FaceTime while she was with Combs and she did that bitch ass nigga. That nigga ain't shit. Woo! Captain motherfucking save him. What's wrong? Her husband is oh my God, this man, he need to be a joint, be a Buddhist, be a monk, a punk monk, a monk punk. Go somewhere, just he need to go to like Tibet and stay there, shave his head and pray all day, all night, meditate for the rest of his life. Find closure. He need to find enlightenment because he fucked up out here. She in the court, they in the courtroom talking about this shit, and she pregnant with his baby with a wedding ring on his face. Man, whew. You know what? I thought I was a lame for being in relationships previously in my life. I've been in some relationships that made me feel mighty low. Like, damn, I felt like T-Pain. I'm in love with a stripper. But after hearing what Cassie husband is going through, I feel dignified in my life. I love me. He teaching me all about self-love. That's something that this man can't possibly have. The next day, she and Combs saw each other after she said, I don't want to be your girlfriend no more because she was dating that dude. And he still tat, 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 tat that ass. The next day, she and Combs saw each other and had sex. Her now husband called her on FaceTime while she was in the bed with Diddy. Whew! She confirmed it. Defense attorney Estavo suggested that she told her husband that this encounter was actually when Ventura said that he scraped her. Yeah, that's what I said. That was the evening when I got scraped. Ventura said on the stand, bitch, what y'all doing on FaceTime in the bed? Diddy over there sleeping. She talking about who the fuck you went to the show with last night? My sister, baby cousin saw you who you was. Now who was you with? Like your sister, cousin, baby mother a lie. I ain't went to the club with nobody. While Diddy over there asleep, all you see is his back and his boxers. She on the phone snapping at her husband. Get man, this chick. Oh my God. Ventura texts Combs, I'm lost without you. In 2018. Hold on, when was she with her husband? When did this happen? She said, yeah, hold on, this September. When she said that she was scraped by Diddy and she was dating her husband, then she texted him in October and said, I'm lost without you. Cause that nigga ain't got no money. She like, damn, I'm eating noodles with this nigga. I'm used to having shrimp, steak with Diddy. She with this new dude. He's talking about, here you go, babe, fresh off the stove. He got grilled cheese sandwiches and potato chips. I'm lost without you. In messages from earlier October 2018, Sean Diddy Combs told Cassie Ventura that he was going to fall back and to call him when she needed him. Like, you know what, Cassie, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I want you to live your life. I'm tired of all them freak offs and shit. You know, I'm trying to get off them drugs. It seems like ever since I met you, I've been falling off bad. I ain't got no new artists. I ain't making no platinum hits. Old niggas buying my Sean John. I can't get a young nigga to buy my clothes. Liquor company, people ain't drinking Ciroc. Cassie, I'm gonna fall back. You know, I need to give myself whatever you got going on. It's love. Love, Cassie. Ventura responded that she wasn't sure how to handle things and said in part, I'm lost without you. According to messages read aloud, they read that shit loud in the court. After she said that he sexually assaulted her, man, her husband got the biggest clown in the room. Hold on, where them updates at? Hold on. Y'all there? Y'all still there? Okay, we got more to read. The jury was taking a lunch break. They had to, after that shit, after they read that text loud in the room, the jury had to take a break. Like, man, let us go get some air. They out there smoking cigarettes like this bitch. She done, man. It's over. And them people outside gonna get louder and louder. They thought they had a crowd out there today. Wait till Sinetta and all them dudes, all them Hebrew Israelites and them conscious brothers get out there. Dr. Umar Johnson get out there. It's gonna be over. Harlem gonna show up. They might as well wrap this thing up because the people ain't having it this time around. This is just too beyond crazy. If they talking about giving him life in jail for her test, for even having him in jail this long over this, in the media telling all these damn stories, putting out documentaries and doing all this madness for this whole time. I wonder if it's anybody else telling it like I'm telling it. And I've been telling it like this for a long time. Maybe that's why they don't want nobody to see this shit. Maybe that's what it's all about, man. I wonder if there's somebody else telling it like how I've been telling it this whole time. No wonder the views are so low. I think everybody else is going along with the narrative or been going along with the narrative. And if they not going along with it no more, that's because they see how ridiculous this is. Here's what we've heard from Cassie Ventura so far today. Now they're going over everything they heard, man. And what the judge has urged lawyers to make the final day of Cassie Ventura's testimony. See, that's all the setup, man. They planned this pregnancy right around this time to give her a reason to get the fuck off the stand. Like, she ain't gonna be able to stay. She got to recover from her She had the baby this weekend. She got to recover. She got a newborn. You know, we're gonna have to postpone this thing. There's no way we can get her back on the stand. They timed this shit perfectly, man. They waited until she was 8.5 weeks. So that baby coming any minute now to save her ass. And whatever they got from this, they could, man, I don't know what they're planning on doing with Diddy. Since we can't continue the trial, we're going to have to wait at least 2 years for Cassie to get back. I don't know. And what the judge has urged lawyers to make the final day of Cassie Ventura's testimony. The prosecution's star witness has continued to detail her relationship with Diddy and its effects on her life. The boo-hoo. It was a bad relationship. Where is the crimes? Ventura, Combs' ex-girlfriend, and one of the accusers in his federal criminal trial, is heavily pregnant. And the defense is trying. They better not bring up one of Tony Busby's people and have that clown in the courtroom. Busby gonna show up with an orange suit, a lime green tie, and a baby blue undershirt with some clown shoes. Like, this is my person, Your Honor, and she said Diddy did the Diddy had a freak off. The jury gonna be looking at each other like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, there was extra baby oil, Your Honor. I mean, for everywhere. Baby oil here, baby over there. My client said that Diddy pulled baby oil out of his ass. They're gonna be like, man, get this motherfucker out of here. Hello, Your Honor. I'm Tony Busby, and I have 100 clients waiting outside to give their testimony about the freak off. Like, are you serious? Like, oh, yes. Tony Busby, he gonna show up. He gonna have an army of people waiting outside. Like, yeah, we freak off. We freak off. Like, the show's over, bud. Oh, my God. They said they want this to be her last day. Ventura, Combs' ex-girlfriend, and one of the accusers in his federal criminal trial is heavily pregnant, and the defense is trying to wrap up cross-examination on her fourth day of testimony to keep it from extending into next week. They're like, please get this bitch out of here. Here's what we learned from Ventura so far as court takes a break. Physical abuse. Ventura says she believes Combs was intoxicated, but says she couldn't objectively define whether he was in a blackout when he dragged and kicked her in March in the hotel room. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child, Ventura wrote a few days later in the text to Combs that was shown to the jury today. Ventura also accused Combs of other controlling behavior, testifying that he would take her phone or passport when he was angry with her. More on the freak-offs. The jury saw a text exchange in which Ventura said she was going to tell Combs she didn't want to participate in the drug-fueled performances anymore, but ultimately didn't say so because of how he reacted. They also heard a recording of Ventura threatening a man in March 2014 after he said he'd seen a sexually explicit video of her. Ventura feared it had been secretly recorded during a freak-off. So she threatened the man? Hold on. She threatened somebody? Like, bitch, you seen what? I kill you. You saw my tape, you dirty asshole. I'm gonna kill you. When did she do that? Yo, I must ain't read it all. Hold on. Let me go back. Combs took her phone and her Oh, shit. We ain't even get to that part. She said, Tony text each other in the hotel. She said, I'm not a rag doll. Ventura says she believes Combs was intoxicated. She back. The persecutor redirect Cassie. I thought I got it all, y'all. A video of Combs talking about God. What? Persecutors want defense to final cross by 4. Judge on the bench. The strategy. Oh my God, what to expect today? I missed all that. Oh my God. What else I miss? Oh man, we gotta take it from the top, y'all, until they get back from break. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, share the video too. What's going on, y'all? But until then, we're about to get into this. Let me drink a little bit of water because Cassie not gonna make it. She's stressed out. She ain't never been under this much pressure in her life. His kids looking at her like, you piece of shit. She was speaking on Kim Porter. Diddy actually got fans. Let's go. Cassie takeaways from day 3 of Cassie Ventura's testimony. Cassie faced cross-examination from Diddy Combs' legal team yesterday in his federal criminal trial. Ventura, a former girlfriend of Combs and one of his accusers, has been on the stand since Tuesday afternoon. The prosecution star witness testified about the beginning of the relationship and her participation in freak-offs, which is what Combs called the drug-fueled sex performances he orchestrated. In court, the jury saw affectionate messages between Ventura and Combs, but also texts that showed Ventura's frustrations and hesitancies. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution and could face life up in prison. Here's what we know. Start of the relationship with Combs. Ventura testified that she loved Combs and believed he loved her. Ventura said she fell in love with Combs' real personality, asked about her desire to make the music mogul happy, and if that included agreeing to freak-offs. Ventura responded, "There's a lot more to that." Early freak-offs, jurors saw text messages from 2009 that Ventura confirmed reflected the open communication between the pair. She said that at the time, she felt comfortable expressing her needs to Combs regarding the freak-offs. In messages, Ventura said she needed to feel safe to be more open sexually. However, in other messages, Ventura told Combs a recent freak-off left her feeling dirty and grimy, and noted their early intimacy felt different when they were so in love. Shit, the love gone after somebody piss in your mouth. He see you sucking off two dudes at a time. The love fades after you see shit like that. Trust me. What to expect today? There's a sense of urgency as Cassie Ventura's testimony resumes. I'm getting tired, obviously. So we're gonna watch this little video clip while I get myself back together. Y'all stay tuned. Hold on, we got a phone call, y'all. That's perfect, so I could take a breather. Hello, who's this, man? Well, fuck you, half-dead motherfucker. Okay, let's get into this. Y'all ready? Y'all listening? Okay, come on.
In the trial of Sean Diddy Combs, with the defense putting the mogul's now ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, under cross-examination. And just a warning, this story contains accounts, descriptions, and visual content of actual and alleged events that some may find disturbing. In a New York City courtroom, star witness Cassie Ventura took the stand for the third day. Sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy case against her former boyfriend, hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Cassie was grilled for 6 hours by the defense, trying to paint a picture that she was a willing participant in the alleged freak-offs that are central to the prosecution's case.
The whole point of the cross-examination was to get jurors to believe that Cassie Ventura was not a victim of sex trafficking. She may have been the victim of domestic violence or assault, but they were hoping to raise doubt in the minds of jurors that there could have been other reasons Cassie Ventura engaged in the sexual conduct she did.
Today we are setting up this Chick-fil-A employee.
Damn, what's going on? Okay, I took a long enough break. We can get back into this show. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Why the defense strategy has been unusual and effective, according to CNN analysts. We ain't reading that. The judge is on the bench. Prosecutors want defense to finish cross-examining Ventura by 4:30 p.m. today. Prosecutors and defense attorneys are discussing the remainder of the defense cross-examination of Cassie. The prosecution submitted a letter earlier today asking the judge to ensure her cross-examination is finished by 4:30 p.m. today. Hey, if they got to put a rush on it, it ain't no case. You know, you talking about this man spending the rest of his life in jail, but y'all only giving her till 4:30 to get all her bullshit out. That ain't fair in itself. Don't rush my shit. Cross-examine the shit out of this bitch. Cross-examine her for weeks. Get to the bottom of this. Let's squeeze all of the paste out the damn toothpaste. He about to be in there for life. Why would they even time it around this time? That's what's messed up about this whole thing. You know, they want to take her words. They already doing it on the news. They taking what she say, even though it don't sound right. They putting words on her mouth. They rearranging it to make it seem like she a victim. Even though Cassie Ventura said that she agreed to the sex, she was only 19 years old and was very afraid of what Combs could do to her. When Cassie said that she loved freak offs, she said that because it was a code word to her family that she was in danger and distress. I get this bullshit out of here, man. Defense asks to show Ventura video of Combs talking about God. Oh, the defense want to show Cassie Ventura a video of Diddy on a hike in the woods talking about the Lord. Combs sent her the video from rehab 1 month after the 2016 altercation at the Intercontinental Hotel, his lawyer says. So he went to rehab because he felt bad about what he did to Cassie. He ain't had no business swift kicking her in her ass like that, even though he felt like she deserved it at the time because she was a skank. Lying, twisted whore, allegedly, according to Cassie. Combs' lawyer argued they need to show Ventura the video because she had testified that Combs never went to rehab while they were together. Judge Sumerian said Ventura could review the video, but it cannot be submitted into evidence for the jury. They said, fuck the jury. Cassie, this is for you with your lie. We know how bad you sitting up here lying. We know you ain't shit. We want you to know that you ain't shit, Cassie. The jury ain't got to have nothing to do with this, but you need to take a look at this. He reviewed the video in the courtroom, but only the audio could be heard in open court. Just keeping you posted, because as I grow, I want you to know I'm growing, and I want you to grow with me. Combs could be heard saying in the video. So he's saying that I need to grow up, and you need to grow up, and we need to grow up together because this is childish, Cassie. I'm getting some help. I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to get my life right. And he said in his Lifetime Achievement Award, he wanted to give a shout out to Cassie for holding him down in the dark times. Love. Y'all remember it? They got all this stuff in court while they trying to paint him out to be a monster. Hold on, they got new updates. We're going to get to that in a minute. How the persecutors redirected of Cassie Ventura can be most effective according to former federal persecutors. Cassie Ventura will take the stand today during what's expected to be the last opportunity Diddy's defense lawyers have to cross-examine the persecution star witness. The persecution team. Did y'all know they bringing in that Aubrey O'Day from Danny DeCane to get up there? The only white person he ever signed to his label, besides Cassie, about to get up there. The persecution team will have the opportunity to question Ventura again on redirect. And their strategy will depend on how effective it feels cross-examination went, according to the former federal persecutor. The most effective redirect in the world, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, that's cool. We got 2 new updates. Y'all stay tuned. Can y'all see this? Okay, y'all can see it. Cool, we good. Ventura got back on the stand. Ventura says she believes Combs was intoxicated during the hotel incident. Shit, something was wrong with his ass. Defense attorney Anna Estavo is picking back up where she left off yesterday, questioning Cassie about Diddy Combs' drug use around the time of the hotel incident. Estavo asked if Ventura told investigators in previous interviews that Combs was blacked out during that incident. Today, Cassie said, I believe he was intoxicated. Everyone's perception of a blackout is different. So she don't know what was going on with him. He was just mad. He blacked out on her ass because she did some shit to make him mad. She said, I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child. Jury sees text messages Ventura sent to Combs. Hold on. We got a call, y'all. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
Yo, what's up? I'm watching the show, and I just wanted to ask you.
Oh, shit. What happened? Yo, my bad, bro. You're going to have to call back. I don't know what happened to his phone, man. The phone line's open. You can feel free to call back. Okay, the jury just saw a message Cassie Ventura sent the former boyfriend Sean Diddy Combs on March 10, 2016, in which she describes the abuse. She said, "When you get effed up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm somebody's child," the message said, which was read aloud in the court. You damn right. That's the only time Cassie was right. Here's what else Cassie and Combs text each other days after the hotel altercation. The jury saw messages between Cassie Ventura and Diddy from a couple of days after the hotel situation. In the messages, Combs expressed desire to engage sexually with I wasn't expecting that. Hold on, yo. Yo, hello. Who this is, man? Oh, my bad. It's all good, bro. What's on your mind, man?
So the question is, I know it may be too soon to call the case and all, but do you see Puffy not doing any time or anything at all throughout all this?
How twisted the system is. They got a hard on for him, man. To see that, this really ain't about nothing, and they still had him in jail without bond and all that. I don't think Cassie's testimony make a difference. I think they just want him to go to jail.
Oh, that's fair, but I watch other information sources, and there's women on the other side saying that last 30 minutes is for the prosecution to refute everything that Diddy has lied about. So it's like I'm trapped in the middle between two stories, and I was just wondering your perspective.
Yeah, I think they want him to go. If it was, it's clearly not that deep. And seeing how the media overhyped it, they just want him in jail. They made him guilty before the trial.
Oh, so you think the sex trafficking, the child charges is all BS, and it's just to railroad another black man?
Yeah, that's what's happening, because they made, how many documentaries they made about Diddy? I can't even count them. They convinced the public that he deserved to be where he at. Now the trial is happening, but the damage is already done.
I'm keeping a level head, and part of me is like, all these people are making this stuff up about Puffy. It's just like you hired 120 people to, file civil suits against him and all that. Nothing. He did nothing. He was just minding his business, and it's all just snuck up on him and jumped on his back.
It's like this, bro. It's like taking a bag of chicken, and all you really need to do is put some salt, pepper, paprika, roll it in the flour, maybe an egg, and deep fry it, and you got fried chicken. What they did, they took the chicken, they put some gasoline on it, some ammonia, they put all this shit on there that you don't need to put on there. They put some goddamn Comet on there, some dish detergent, they put some salt, some pepper, some onions, all this shit. They took some toilet water, put it on there, and now they deep frying it. And the public is like, y'all ain't even have to do all that, but guess what? Y'all still got to eat it.
Right. I don't know if they can force the jury to do that here based on that. But, I appreciate your perspective, man. And thanks for the time for taking my call.
Yo, real talk, man. Don't be no stranger neither. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it, homie. Real talk, man. Yo, shout out to him and thank him so much for calling. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Who this be?
This is Yvonne Hackley out of Virginia.
Oh, man, I'm so glad you called in. What's on your mind?
Because I can't believe I'm sitting here listening to this, and you're actually saying that what Cassie is saying is downright bullshit, and like what she went through it's because of her. Puffy is evil. This man done killed Tupac.
Yo, we need you to cut that off in the back because we can't even hear what you're saying.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off.
Okay, we appreciate that.
Because what I gotta say is very serious right now.
Mm-hmm.
He don't kill Tupac. He killed Kim. He killed Biggie. He killed what was the little light skin guy? Dilly. Yeah, he done killed all these people.
Those are allegations. He in court for Cassie right now. He in court for Cassie.
he put this woman through all this mess. He whipped her ass in a hotel, threw vases at her. We all seen that. And y'all still supporting this man?
Hey,
this man needs to go straight to hell where he belongs.
If they want to lock him up, for putting hands on Cassie, so be it. But whatever the other shit she talking about, it was consensual. That's all we know. Yeah, he beat Cassie, and I believe he need to do some time for that.
All the women that he trafficked in. You don't believe what Ali is saying either on her platform?
She need. Hey, it's an open opportunity. She can come to court too. They begging for people to come. They want people to come. People, they backing out. People in the jury, the people that were supposed to testify, they backing out.
Look at who this man is dealing with, who he has in his corners, though. He has Clyde Davis and all of them, the most evil people in the world.
If that's the case, he wouldn't be in jail right now. He wouldn't be in jail right now if they was helping him out.
Yeah, but you know what? Yes, because they don't want to have their hand in that mess that he done made. And I don't blame them because they're just as guilty as he is. But you know what the thing about it? My thing is, Puffy was a victim too in the beginning. But instead of him taking it and doing something different with it, instead of when he was victimized by all the people in the industry, instead of him taking it and turning around and doing something good with it, he took it and became just like some people that did it to him, and something worse. That's my thing about Puffy, because he had a chance to turn it around. Because he could have said, no, I'm not going to do this to Usher. I'm not going to do this to Justin Bieber. I'm going to help these young men rise up in the industry and do this the right way.
Sister, let me say something. Let me say something to you real quick.
Yes, sir.
You never met Diddy a day in your life.
I sure have.
And you ain't been around you ain't been around nobody in his entourage. You not in the entertain. Hold on, I'll let you talk. You ain't never been in the entertainment industry. You ain't never did a song. You ain't got a demo on the radio. You ain't got a demo. You don't know these people. All you doing is going based off of stuff you heard on the internet. Keep it real. All your information, all your facts come from online. Oh, she won't hang up because I keep it real. Y'all gonna cut that out. You YouTube babies watching all that stuff online. Now y'all think y'all know what it is. Ain't it? You ain't even got a demo. When your album coming out? When the last time you had a conversation with Mary J. Blige? Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Yo, man, it's Tyler. Thanks for taking my call.
Real talk, man. Tyler, we all is. How you feel about this?
Yo, man, let me talk to these people, man, because I just came on. I heard the last two callers, man. Let me tell y'all this. Y'all talking about what's going on, what y'all heard on social media, man. The trial is happening right now. They have their star witness on the stand. Y'all was convinced that it was the sex parties, the orgies. LeBron James was there. Usher was there. They got a woman who was on the stand who was with this man for 10 years. All the freak-offs that he had, she was involved in. All she said happened was that they would look for a guy online that she liked, that he would watch her have sex with. She even, in her text messages, said that she begged to watch him have sex with other women. All I'm trying to say is the dude who called previously said that the prosecution got 30 minutes to refute what the defense is saying. But I'm asking him, what are they going to refute? Are they going to say Cassie is a liar? She's saying, not only did she said that allegedly after Diddy raped her, 2 days later, she was having sex with him while her now husband FaceTimed her on the phone. None of this stuff is adding up, man. And what I want to ask them is, she already got compensated for getting beat on. She got $20 million. I understand Diddy ain't the best person, but nobody should want to see someone in jail for something that they didn't do. not been able to prove that. Not only have they not proved it yet, the defense has proved that Cassie, whether she got punched in the hotel room or not, is a liar. This woman has came on the stand and has been caught in multiple lies. And all I'm hearing from these callers is, well, yeah, but Diddy is a bad person, so he needs to be in jail. Look, man, she filed this suit 2 months after the statute of limitations. Cassie didn't want to see Diddy in jail. Cassie don't want to be in court right now because nobody wanted all of this stuff to come out. The state is making these people be here, man. She already got what she wanted from Diddy for the abuse that she went through. She here because the state made her be here to tell her business. She didn't want nobody to know people was being in her mouth, man. You think Cassie want to testify right now? None of these people want to be here, man. What's up, man?
Yeah, she didn't even want people to know that she was doing freak offs, let alone let everybody know the details and stuff. It's like she was forced to get on the stand.
She testified she didn't even tell her husband. Not only did she not tell her husband she got raped, her husband didn't even know she was still having sex with him. She said when he found out he was so pissed, he punched a hole through the wall, man. This woman been lying about a lot of stuff, bro. And I can tell the people that's calling, they not following the trial. Also, the dude saying, well, what about these 120 people? What 120 people? It's only 18 witnesses, man. The stuff that y'all hearing in social media is not lining up with reality. The witnesses that they talking about is Cassie, Don, and Audrey. Oh, do you mean to tell me this dude been sex trafficking women for 25 years and he only got 3 victims? And all of them was on his payroll. Man, look, man. Y'all gotta wake up, man. I know y'all don't like Diddy, man, but y'all still have to be fair, man. Y'all can't just want to throw somebody in jail just because y'all don't like them, man. They still have to prove that he did this. And you can't have your star witness come on the stand to get caught in multiple lies and just act like that didn't happen, man.
Yeah, that's nothing but facts. And it's not even entertainment at this point, man. It's downright awful because people can see it for what it is. But like the last couple of calls, people really don't, they still believe the hype. You know, they still going along with the narrative. That's why I feel they could still put him in jail. Even though this look like bullshit, they can switch the narrative however they want to do it on social media. That's how much control social media have over people's brains to where they not willing to think for themselves. They just gonna go with whatever the narrative is. If they want you to be mad about something, then you be mad about something. If they want you to be glad about something, regardless of what it is, people gonna be happy about it, man. People been programmed to go along with the system.
The stuff that last caller was talking about, that chick, the prostitutions ain't mentioned none of that. That dude ain't getting accused of doing nothing to Justin Bieber, man. Justin Bieber just put out a statement saying, leave me out of this, man. I'm a fucking drug addict. I ain't got nothing to do with this bitch. I got my own problem. Y'all trying to lump anybody y'all can to justify what y'all want to happen to this man. But in reality, even the prosecution ain't saying he did none of this stuff, man.
And you know,
coming up with y'all, what's up, man?
People don't realize that they be watching AI videos 90% of the time, getting information from AI.
Right, man. Him and Cassie was drug addicts, man. They were in a domestic violence relationship, man. They were in a toxic relationship. But that don't mean that she was sex trafficked, man. That's all I'm trying to say. Like you said, if he was on trial for domestic abuse, this trial would have been over with already. That's not what he's on trial for, man. He's on trial because they were saying he running a sexual enterprise, and I'm still trying to figure out what an enterprise was with the majority of stuff. He wasn't even having sex with her, man.
Hey, how you gonna have an enterprise and you paying people for sex?
Man, come on, man. Look, man. The chick was mad because he wouldn't go out with her in public. He was hanging out with Kim Porter. The point I'm trying to make is Diddy was so disgusted with her. He was acting out his fantasies with her. He didn't want to be with her, man. Why would he hold her hostage, man? He didn't want to be seen in public with this chick, man, because he knew what she was doing, man. You dare to act out my fantasy that I want to see. That's it. She was upset because she wanted more than that. She wanted to be in a real relationship with him, and it wasn't going to happen, man.
You know, and in those text messages, he was throwing her alley oops to back out of it. He like, I know you don't want to be a part of it. That's so it's okay, Cassie. You ain't got to do it no more. And here she come back. Oh, it's not that I don't want to do it. I do want to do. She ain't never said she didn't want to freak off.
He even let her leave him to be with a personal trainer he hired for her, man. He said, go ahead and go be happy with him.
And he knew what she was going to do.
Man, look, man, and another thing, they not allowing, the defense not allowing her husband in the courtroom because they gonna call her husband as a witness, man, because I promise you, a lot of this stuff, her husband don't know about, man. She didn't want him to know about a lot of this stuff that she was doing with Diddy, man. And unfortunately for them, the prosecution done came up with this RICO case, and not everybody got to come on the stand and put all their business out about what they was doing, man.
Yeah, that's the worst part. And it's not making Diddy look bad at all. Like we would expect, they done dragged his name through the mud so bad. We like, damn, that's all. But to them, it's like, you did what? They did what? Diddy looking real innocent right now.
Yo, man, everybody's still mad about that beating, man. Look, that hotel footage was horrible. What I'm trying to get them to understand is he already paid for that. She already got money for that, man. So what else are we talking about, man? Why are we here?
And she took the money.
She took the money and she filed the lawsuit after the statute of limitations. She waited 5 years. In my opinion, she did that intentionally because she didn't want to be in the situation she's at now, getting forced to go to court, man. And it ended up happening anyway. So that's what I want to remind people.
People got to see that everything is calculated, man, all the way down to a pregnancy. This is all orchestrated, calculated, just to make it something that is really not.
Right, man. And I don't understand how people can think it's okay for a chick to get caught lying about rape and they don't care. You know what I'm saying? I understand that he's not the greatest person. But if we don't put him in jail, he needs to be in jail for something he did, man.
Yo,
not for something that somebody made up, man.
Yo, that's nothing but facts, man. Yo, we want to thank you for calling in and straightening that out because a lot of people confused about it. But after your phone call, I'm pretty sure they're not confused no more, bro. That's why we don't want you to be no stranger. You call back whenever you feel like it, homie. Real talk, man. Yo, we going to holler at him real soon. For the people out there that disagree with what he had to say, you know, you entitled to your own opinion and everything, but this platform is for any and everybody to call up and voice their opinion. As long as you talking about what we talking about, we gonna let you rock out. They got some new updates on Cassie. A few things been going on in the trial that I want to cover, but before we get to them updates, I gotta go over a few things that they talked about so we all can get a clear understanding of exactly what's happening here. In the messages, now this is here's what else Ventura and Combs text. Hold on, that's the phone ringing. Hold on, we got another phone call, y'all. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Hello, Sean. I've been following your channel for a long time now, and I just want to say one thing. I just wonder what kind of relationship did Cassie have with her real dad for her to end up with a guy like Diddy.
Yeah, and you know what else is strange? Diddy, she called Diddy by her grandfather's name, and she's implying that Diddy wanted her to do that, but her calling him Pop, and they have a sexual relationship, even if Diddy suggested that, who really gonna go along with that?
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's really weird, and I feel like we need to look at her parents as well. Because how does your daughter end up like this? If she has both her mom and her dad in her life, how does she do this?
That's a good question. I never thought of it like that. So you saying it's a possibility she has some strange stuff going on at home?
I mean, for her to end up with somebody like Diddy, she clearly wasn't being taught how to be a lady. She clearly wasn't taught how to value herself. It just doesn't make sense. I just feel like her dad didn't protect her and her mom failed to teach her about modesty and how to be a lady.
Damn.
And I feel they need to be on trial too.
Damn. You know what? You're making an excellent point, because when you come from a 2-parent household and they teaching you right from wrong, and you don't want to shame your parents or whatever the case is. What was happening in Cassie's home when she was coming up as a child? Was it some weird shit happening there? It's a possibility, because most women that would even go through with something like this had something traumatic happen to them when they was younger.
Exactly. It's not so much Diddy, it's her parents too. And I think I read somewhere that Cassie's parents did meet Diddy on one occasion. And it's just y'all allowed her to be with this dude. And the fact that her parents are not in the courts supporting their daughter, like, this is huge. Why aren't y'all there backing up your kid? Is it because y'all forced her to be with Diddy? Because y'all saw where y'all could benefit financially from her being with Diddy?
Yeah, those are questions that need to be asked, because for somebody's psychology to be the way that it is, then it started way before Diddy came into the picture. I mean, it's only so much you can do to a person to change them. She had to have all of this in her in order to go along with it, like how you said.
Exactly. To let dudes pee on you, that is wild and just nasty. Like, why would you even allow something like that? And I feel like to be with a dude for 10 years, all the times we saw Cassie out publicly, if she was really trying to get away, she would have gotten away. When we saw the footage of her in the hotel, she wasn't in a hurry to go nowhere. She was putting on her shoes. So it's like you weren't trying to get away that bad.
But people gonna side with Cassie, because if you had to choose either Diddy or Cassie, you put them side by side, you're gonna believe her. But even if you do believe her testimony, she's pointing out the fact that everything was consensual.
Exactly. And it's like, why are we on trial then?
But there's people.
You were in an abusive relationship by choice.
There's people that, even though Cassie's letting it be known that it's consensual, they still want to make it what the media have been making it. There's people, they don't care about the truth. They don't care about the facts. They don't care about the evidence being presented. They just want for Diddy to be guilty, because I don't know for how long they've been painting him to be this monster in the media.
And I also feel like Cassie has pretty privilege as well. I think because she's pretty, people don't want to see her as being just as nasty as Diddy is.
Yeah, that's true. There's people out there that could talk you up and down about the devil. They'd be like, Lucifer isn't who you think he is. He's actually the light bearer, and it's not a bad thing. Actually, if it wasn't for Lucifer, you'll be looking like, bitch, what the hell are you talking about? You talking about the devil? The devil is the damn devil. After you've been convinced long enough, you're like, man, there's no way you can convince me that the devil is not the devil. People would look at you like you a Satanist or something if you ever try to say anything otherwise. And that's the same thing with Diddy, man. It don't matter what you say. If you support Diddy, or if you see it for what it is and he's not the bad guy, you the bad guy for saying he's not the bad guy.
Exactly. And that's all I wanted to say is, where are Cassie's parents? She's 8 months pregnant. Like, where are they to support their daughter? They're nowhere to be found. And I just feel like, I just find it strange. How does a young woman as beautiful as Cassie end up going this route with P. Diddy when she had a father growing up? I just don't understand that.
Yeah, you got me thinking. I never thought of it like that, but since you said it, it's really on my mind right now. The dynamics of their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like how she behaved with him like she was his child or something. She was jealous of Kim Porter and jealous of his kids. Like she wanted to be the number one person in his life. She was willing to do whatever it took to make him happy. In her mind, I mean, why would she treat Diddy like her father when she have her own father?
Exactly. I'm just kind of curious, what's the dynamic between her and her real dad? Because it's like, if he was a real father, a real man, and he protected his daughter, she would have never went down this route with a man like P. Diddy. Unless her father and her mom are money hungry too.
That's a good one. And you know, they're not gonna have enough time to get into that because they're trying to rush her off of the stand. She could give birth any moment now, so they got to take what they can get and keep it moving. I think that's real suspicious as well. But I agree with everything you had to say, no doubt.
Yeah, well, thanks for answering my call.
Hold on, this can't be the last time you call. Neither you don't call. Then we family now. I'm expecting you to be calling back on one of my other live streams when you find something that pique your interest.
Will do, Sean. Thank you.
Definitely. We're gonna holler at you later. Real talk. So much love. So much love. Word up, y'all. Yo, hello. Who this is? Yo. Okay, we're gonna need. Oh, I'm good. How you?
I'm good. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this Diddy situation in Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were showing like the video with Cassie like leaving, so they were showing her at the elevator, and she didn't seem like she was rushing out. She just seemed like she was sneaking, like he maybe been in the bathroom or he maybe been asleep or something like that. The reason why she didn't have her shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, so you sneaking out, so that means that it wasn't a party in there, because everybody would have seen you sneaking out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody didn't see her sneaking out, then it wasn't like she was saying like it was a freak off at that time. It was just her just trying to get away.
Yeah, but throughout those text messages and her testimony, it seemed like it was a game of cat and mouse, because she would do things to piss him off, and she knew exactly what pushed his button. So, and she said it was times where she would set it off and hit him first, and next thing you know, they fighting. So she was one of them type of women that like to get a rise out of a man. So whatever she did, she really did it that day, because he was not having it.
Yeah, and it could have been like, because she didn't have money in her family, it could have been like a Finding Anna, like that movie Finding Anna, where she followed pop stars and she saw how to get close to them, to get in a circle, to be a part of this situation, to get closer to Diddy, because she didn't have anything going on. We didn't hear about her really until she got with him.
Well, this is the thing about it, man. My theory on it, I don't know this for sure, but I would assume that Cassie was a groupie, a hip hop groupie, R&B groupie. She found herself a boyfriend that's in the entertainment industry, Ryan Leslie, and he figured, hell, I'll give you a shot. You got the look. I'll put you in the studio. Some dude that connected to the industry, he invited her to parties, had her hanging around the people he hang around. I wouldn't doubt if Cassie, Diddy, and Ryan Leslie freaked off together. And a lot of times when people had threesomes, before you know it, they participating with the other person that was brought into the bedroom without the person that introduced them. She said it herself. She told Ryan Leslie that she was going somewhere else and showed him a flyer to a concert or something when she was really going to Miami to be with Diddy. And she said on that trip to Miami is where she fell in love with Diddy. So she cheated on her dude to get with Diddy. So she basically was a professional groupie at that point.
Right. Yeah, she just, it's just a whole lot of holes in her story, and she just trying to cover herself, and in trying to cover herself, she's still making herself look bad.
Yeah, I wanted to make this point too. Yeah, that's like how Rick James was messing around with Vanity, and he took Vanity on tour with him, and Prince was on tour. Next thing you know, Vanity and Prince was messing around. That's how it go in the entertainment business. They be knocking each other females, just like pimps be doing with hoes. Cassie, she got hooked up with Diddy, and I'm pretty sure she was way more experienced than she leading the jury on to believe before she got with Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then she said after she broke up with him, she went to a goodbye dinner. So if you scared of somebody and they intimidated you and abused you, why would you go even to a goodbye dinner?
And then go back to her house.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even live together. So you went home every day. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, if you went home, then you had every chance to escape, right?
That's a fact. She had every chance.
She said Diddy would go look for her in her house, but I mean, they didn't live together. I mean, they didn't live together.
Yeah, and you know, it's not like Diddy some dude that ain't got nothing to do. He running multi-million-dollar corporations. He got to go here. He got family. He got friends. He got employees. So the time he made for Cassie, all he could really do is freak off like that. You know, like what else? It ain't like she bringing nothing else to the table. She ain't putting out no music. She was basically using him. It's not like he was using her. He figured, hell, the only thing you useful for is a freak off.
Yeah, I just feel like the whole situation is messed up. I mean, if he go to jail, he go to jail because he did do something wrong, but it's not to the extent that they saying.
Yeah, he don't deserve life in jail. That's what you're saying?
Right.
Yo, no doubt. I feel you on that, man. We so glad you called in to give your opinion. Yo, the next time you see I'm live and you feel like calling, all you got to do is pick up the phone because I'm going to be looking forward to talking to you. We got so much love, sister. We're going to holler at you later. Real talk, man. So glad she called. See, it ain't just me. You got men, women, people with different backgrounds calling in, speaking on this situation. And I'm so glad that people have an opinion of their own, except for what's going on in the media. Hold on, where we at with this? Okay, I want to share this with y'all. We got it on. Matter of fact, let's get to them updates. But I want to hear, it's so much stuff going on with this. I don't even know where to start. They got 7 new updates. Yo, hold on. We got another phone call. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
How you doing, bro?
Man, we over here trying to figure it out. We want to know what you think about this whole Cassie in court talking about Diddy situation.
Yeah, man, I was just thinking, especially with the last 2 callers, man, especially the first one before the one that just got off the phone, talking about Cassie and the relationship with her dad. Because I was thinking the other day, bro, like maybe she might be low key addicted to these little freak off situations. And I was sitting there thinking what her husband has to go through by listening to what she's been doing. And then I'm sitting there thinking, like, is it his baby?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, because she ain't the most faithful person in the world. And them kids look dead on Cassie. I really don't see her husband in none of them kids.
Yeah. And that's it may come to find out she give birth to the baby and come to find out it ain't his. She gonna be in some trouble herself.
Yeah.
She might be low key doing her own little freak offs on the side.
Yeah, she don't gave herself. Her life was already hard. Yeah, that's real, man. Yo, her life was already hard, but this trial is making it 10 times harder, not only for her, but her husband, her kids, her family. Like, and I'm wondering, why would somebody want to put themselves through something like this, knowing she got to know she full of shit?
Yeah. And it's crazy too, man. After all this, when the dust settle and all that, she gonna bounce back. She gonna come out with a documentary on Netflix or something.
Yeah, most likely.
Story on some other, real business. It's all crazy, man, but everything gonna come to the light.
Yo, best believe that, man. It's all gonna come to the light. But my question for you is, do you think they're gonna give Diddy
documentaries?
Real talk. What the hell?
You know what I'm saying?
He on the expressway or something, y'all. Ain't no telling where. They talking about you headed to a freak off or whatever the case is. We hope that's not true, bro. But wherever you headed to, we gotta make sure you get there safe, man. And don't be no stranger. Make sure you call back the next time we go live. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
This is Michelle.
Hey, what's going on, Michelle? What's on your mind? Oh, okay. We all is.
I wanted to say, I don't know if he did it or not, but you gotta look at this. He was 2 to 3 times older than her. She was 19 when it started out.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you be interested in a kid? Even if she participated, she went along with it, her mind is still not developed. So I'm thinking that they probably going to get him on, or they trying to make her out to be a victim, like a Stockholm victim or a traumatic bondage she had with him. That's why she went along with it, because you got to look at this. He's Diddy, and she was just this little girl, whatever, groupie, whatever, and he approached her however they met. So of course she's gonna do what he want her to do, but then they gonna be looking at, he knows better. So you had her doing all these freak offs at 19 or 21, and you much older than her. So how you feel like you're not responsible for what they charge him with?
According to Cassie's testimony, when she signed with Diddy, the relationship was platonic. Even though she was on his label, it was all about the music. He put her on, got her in the studio. He ain't never tried no madness with her. On her 21st birthday, she said that he invited a whole bunch of celebrities out to her birthday party and everything, and he kissed her in the bathroom at the club. Shortly after that, she went on a trip with him to Miami, and that's where she fell in love with him. So if you put that all, if Diddy had her signed to his label and the relationship was platonic, and next thing you know, she falling in love with him, all that says is that everything that went on between them since the beginning was mutual.
Okay, but you got, okay, what do predators do? They groom you. They don't just go after you at the first time you meet them or whatever.
She was already groomed. She was with Ryan Leslie before she met Diddy because she was already involved with somebody in entertainment. If anything, she was already groomed.
Okay, so you telling me this is the first time when he got with Cassie that he started these freak-offs?
Cassie was on drugs already before she met Diddy. She said it in her testimony that not only was she doing drugs, she was doing drugs with her drug dealer.
Okay, so he was already doing freak-offs, right? So I'm thinking that he already had been doing that, and he just got her to do what...
She was not a virgin when she first got with Diddy.
No, she was not. But okay, so if he wasn't planning this with her, why did he get a 41-year-old, 31-year-old woman to do that? All the stuff that he had her doing.
Shit, I don't know.
I say he had it planned. He knew what he was going to do with her. And I don't know if the man need to go to prison or not, but I don't know all the other stuff I heard him doing. I don't know. But I say me personally, I think he was wrong for approaching her, whether she was of age and doing drugs or not. He knew what he was doing. He had daughters. He wouldn't want nobody to do his daughter like that at 19 or 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. It seemed like you saying that she went along with it, she was of age, and she was already on drugs, so it's okay.
No, I'm saying that people know who to try and who not to try. I'm pretty sure if you was around Diddy, he would know not to even try you like that. Regardless of how old you were. If you was 21, 19, 20, 21 around Diddy, and just being in your company, being in your presence, I highly doubt that he would have tried you.
Okay. So I'm just trying, people just basing that trial on Cassie. It's not all about Cassie. It's about other things he's doing and have done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about Cassie. I don't know why people keep focusing on Cassie. It's not just about her.
She's the star witness. The star they ain't got a bigger testimony. That's the whole point of her being the star. If they had a bigger testimony with more explosive allegations, Cassie wouldn't be the star witness. Whoever got the dirt that can incriminate him and all of the allegations that been made with proof and evidence, text messages, videos, phone calls, emails, all these other people, the other people ain't got none of that. All they got is AI generated YouTube information.
Trust me, they got some more coming besides Cassie. And you trying to tell me that they trying to give this man a life sentence based on where she's saying?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
She's the star.
It's some more coming. I understand what you're saying, but trust me, it's some more coming because I can't believe they're trying to give him a license on what she's saying, only what she's saying.
Hey, we
so
got.
There has to be something else coming up.
Hey, there's nobody that's more credible than Cassie. It ain't nobody that been around him for 10, 11 years strong. It ain't nobody else that got as much evidence, text messages, and videos as Cassie. There's nobody the only way it could be a bigger star than Cassie is if Kim Porter was still alive. And if it ain't Kim Porter, it would have had to be Mary J. Blige or somebody. Nobody been around him longer than Cassie to incriminate him for the rest of his life.
Okay, remember I told you it's something else going to come up. I don't think they're gonna just sentence him behind Cassie. I think it's something else gonna come up.
Hey, you might be right. We just gotta wait and see because it's still early in the trial, and I figure they don't did all of this. It got to be something more than Cassie. So I'm gonna hold you to that. It might be something.
The feds don't get you and come raid your house and they don't have anything, and they don't know they have a.
They found a bunch of baby oil. We know that for sure.
You think I'm just talking? Why do you think it's gonna be something else come up with this case?
Yeah, they gonna do a test on the baby oil and find out he had THC in the baby oil. That's what they gonna find.
Okay, you wanna be funny? You think he's gonna get off? I don't think he's gonna get off.
No, I don't think he's gonna get off neither because they want him in jail. That's for sure. He tried to get them people. Yeah, they want him in jail, regardless if he's guilty or not. They still want him in jail. So that's the messed up part.
Why do you think they're not showing the trial? Why do you think they're not showing him? They just sketching it out.
Because Cassie is so bad of an actor. Now with the Johnny Depp trial, them people were actors. You got some drama. Johnny Depp is a professional actor. His wife at the time, she was an actor. So it was some dramatics to where they could play some shit off. Cassie don't have no personality whatsoever. If they would have had this trial on video and people could see her raw emotions and see the looks on her face and see the way she act and hear her tone, they said Cassie was speaking very low the whole time, damn near whispering because she was lying.
You think so?
Yeah, if people could see her in the act up there performing with a big and pregnant, talking about, I don't know, I have to take another break. I'm about to have the baby. People would be like, man, if y'all don't get this chick out of here, if they would have televised it, people would have been rioting outside the courthouse. Real talk.
I don't know, but I still say they're gonna take him to jail, and he's gonna somebody else gonna come up besides Cassie.
Hey man,
but I'm gonna let somebody else call in and see what they say.
Hey, so much love. We appreciate your opinion too. Don't be no stranger. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it. Real talk. So much love for her, y'all. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
Yo, what's good, bro? Hey, check it out. What up, son?
What's going on, man?
Bro, Cassie should be on trial, bro. Let me tell you why. She's a nymphomaniac. You know what I mean? Stop playing, bro. Like, everybody acting like Diddy this, Diddy that. Come on, bro. You know she's a freak, man. Hey, act like you ain't never had a nymphomaniac before.
Cassie is definitely that. She definitely that. And you know, them type of girls be the craziest ones. I mean, insane, psycho, crazy.
And they start off young, gang.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yo.
They start off young. Like, that's why Ryan passed off to Diddy. Like, come on, she's a jump off automatically.
But now,
yeah, she'll bust down.
But the thing is, if you involved with somebody like that, you got to know things can go left at any moment. You dealing with a complete psycho. You got to be. That's why I'm surprised Diddy went along with her for so long. That's where he messed up. He should have had his little bit of fun, cut her off, and kept it moving. But he kept her around for too long.
Young, man. That thing was young, bro. That young nympho, you know what I'm saying? That's to do something to your brain, bro. Ain't he rich?
She made him.
I mean, come on now.
He called it Wild King Night, so she made him feel like he was the king of the world. She did any and everything he told her to do. Told to do.
Let me keep it real with you, though, gang. She was his assistant. Yeah. She was doing everything, bro. That's why she should be on trial, bro. Why she acting all innocent? That was a money grab. First of all, the shit was a money grab when she sued him, and then the investigator just came with some bullshit off of some shit she said just off that little tape. The tape really brought the investigators. What else evidence they had? What if they had? Other than Jaguar Wright.
Mm.
And she's not, her word not credible. Come on, man. It don't make sense. Everybody want to fry Diddy, man. I think free Diddy, lock up Cassie.
Hey, when they want you, they want you. They gonna get you if that's what they trying to do. They got Diddy in the system. Every day he's losing money. He been in there for a long time. They want to drain him of all of his resources. I wouldn't be surprised if he wound up going to jail. I wouldn't be surprised if the judge hit the hammer and said life in prison based off of her.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either. Just like Tory Lanez, how they doing that, man? It's messed up, bro. All over these females, bro. These freakazoids, you know what I mean? These nymphos. and they don't even want to admit it, though. They be like, nah, they goody two-shoes. Nah, they be nymphos. For real. Act like you never had nympho before.
Hey, man, they out there, they do exist, but I think the whole thing about it is...
They get down.
Yeah.
But they down for anything.
And it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap. I had a few of myself. I know what's happening.
But how did you escape the trap, though? Like, I mean, people want to have a good time.
Drop them off at a gas station out of town and leave.
God damn.
Change my number. You know what I mean? You gotta do something dramatic like that. You know what I mean? Because you can't get rid of. He couldn't get rid of Cassie if he tried.
But can you imagine all of the dudes out there? They dealing with chicks. They fronting on them. Hey, let's get up. Oh no, I'm busy. Oh, let's do this. Oh no. How many chicks out there how many women out there that ain't with it? Then you get somebody that's with it all the time, always with it. Ain't never put you down, just with it, always with it. That's gonna be a hard thing to cut off because you're gonna have to go out there and try to find some.
That shit gets sick after a while. Get boring.
Mm.
You know, you think you want all that, but after a while, you like, oh man, this shit is boring. I need a challenge. I'm done with it. What else can I do with it? You want to pass it off to your homeboys? You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real.
And you know, that's what happened at the end of their relationship. She started dating her. Diddy started giving her a lot of wiggle room to do whatever it is she wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. So come on, man. Come on, man.
It's sad to see. Hey, man, I hear where you coming from, man, and I can't go against nothing you said, for real. And the next time I go live with your expertise, you need to call in and let the people know what's on your mind, bro. We got so much love for you. We gonna holler at you later. Real talk, man. No doubt. Hey, everybody got a right to feel the way they feel. Rather you want to see him go to jail, I can completely understand that. If you want to see him come home, I can understand that too. But at the end of the day, he did it to himself. He had to know that Cassie was the danger zone. Okay, they back on the stand. Them phone lines still open. Y'all could call in. I'm eager to hear what y'all got to say. But the court went on break. Okay, they back from break. Why the defense may be asking about Ventura's mental health treatment according to a former persecutor, because she not making no sense, and she got to be crazy to think people gonna believe he need to do life in jail based off of her testimony, and he paid her $20 million, and she still got something to say about her sexcapades with her ex-boyfriend and mentioning how she in love with him in front of her husband. She got to be sick in the head. The defense may have been questioning Cassie Ventura about her mental health treatment to try to cast doubt on her recollection of events to the jury, but it is a slippery slope, former persecutor told CNN. Ventura testified she went to a treatment center in 2023 where she was seen for post-traumatic stress disorder relating to the trauma she experienced during the course of her relationship with Diddy. She said she participated. But if you done with Diddy and y'all been broke up since 2018, 5 years later, after you done got married and had kids, you go get treatment for some shit Diddy did? Is her husband non-existent? Is she happily married or no? Was she fronting in them pictures? And what's really going on here? She's still a damn disaster. When we thought she moved on, Diddy moved on. He clearly moved on. He got new kids, Young Miami. He was doing his thing. Hold on. She said she participated in different kinds of therapy. Can y'all see this? Okay, y'all can see this. She said she participated in different kinds of therapy, including eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, and somatic experiencing. So she living in a virtual reality world now. They put her ass in the Matrix. In this cross-examination today, the defense is trying to paint her out as somebody who may not be remembering all of the details as they actually occur. You goddamn right. She out of her mind. Maybe somebody whose memory isn't all that great. They said the questions about her treatment to go to her credibility, and Combs' attorney will then be able to argue in closing arguments that the jury cannot rely on her retellings of the event. Facts. But Grant said it's a slippery slope. Oh my God, man. She don't shot herself off. She worse than Megan Thee Stallion. She don't shot herself in the foot. Defense tells Ventura her cross-examination is nearly finished. Defense attorney, they greeted Cassie on the stand and told her the team is almost done with her cross-examination. Like, we got everything we need. They should have shook her damn hand. Diddy might give her another $20 million just to say thank you. Here's what we know about the next steps in the trial. Before the jury re-entered the courtroom, attorneys for the prosecution and defense discussed a few outstanding evidentiary issues with the judge. In discussing text messages the defense wants to bring in during the last bit of Cassie's cross-examination, attorney Tenney said she expects Ventura's former best friend, Kerry Morgan, to testify very soon at the trial. Ventura testified that she hasn't spoken to Morgan since they're falling out over an incident with Diddy in 2018 when Combs struck her with a wooden hanger. Combs and Ventura both paid Morgan a sum of money over it, and the incident was also referenced in Ventura's lawsuit. Yo, she might get up there and call Cassie shit. Like, Your Honor, you don't need to believe nothing Cassie's talking about. She just as dirty as he was. Where things stand in the trial. Okay, the prosecution is currently presenting this case and evidence. The defense will then allow present its evidence. The prosecution noted that yesterday in court that its next two witnesses will be Dawn Richardson and Yassine Bender, but didn't specify who will go first. So Dawn Richardson, what she got to say? When they got her on the Breakfast Club talking about how good Diddy was to her, both the prosecution and defense have said they slimmed down what they have left to do with Ventura, and there's a chance another witness is getting started today. So they about to have somebody else come up there today. The defense cross-examination of Cassie is over. The defense is done with its cross-examination. Once they determined that she was crazy, after she said that shit about her mental health and going to the facility and them putting them machines on her brain and had her eyes going left and right real fast to see if she could recollect. Once they found out how scatterbrained she is, that's when they got her ass off the stand. Like, just take your ass, go have a baby. They don't. Cassie has left the building, y'all. That's it. Ain't no more Diddy Cassie trial. Cassie Diddy, she's gone forever. It's over. She can go back to her life, back to her husband. She a piece of work. Definitely, man. The defense is done cross-examining Cassie Ventura. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily is now questioning Ventura on redirect examination for the prosecution. Combs reached out to Ventura after they split, texting that he missed her and hoped she forgave him. The jury is seeing some messages between Diddy and Cassie from different points in 2019 and 2020. And messages from March and May 2019, Combs texts Ventura, in part, sending you love. Congratulations, Cass. I'm truly happy for you. You're going to make a beautiful mother. God bless. Combs texted her according to the messages read out loud in court. Ventura testified she was pregnant at the time. Said, thank you. God bless. Ventura responded. In March 2020, Combs texted her in part, "Miss my best friend, hope you're well." Ventura responded that she hoped he was taking care of himself and hoped his family was well. It was all that. What is she doing, man? She said, "Thanks so much for responding. It really means a lot more than you know." Combs responded in part, "Sending you nothing but love and light always. Please know I'm always here if you need me." And later messages, Combs told her that things had definitely been rough without your friendship, and he has nothing but love for you always. Ventura responded that she never hated him and that she wouldn't be at this beautiful point in her life without him. Combs responded in another lengthy response saying in part, "Tears of joy. I don't even know what to say. I hope you can forgive me. We're honestly lucky to be alive. God was watching over us. We went hard. We went hard. It was mutual as fuck." Combs also said he was happy Ventura found some to love and respects her the way she deserved. He asked to set up a time for them to meet, adding, "I send this message with all respect for your marriage." The two never met after this conversation. Oh my God. Life. The court of the United States in New York City has determined that Sean Diddy Combs is guilty on all counts of sex trafficking, racketeering, traveling to engage in prostitution, holding Cassie Ventura against her will with drug-induced freak-offs. We now determine that Sean Diddy, P. Diddy Combs, is qualified for life in prison without the possibility of parole due to his freak-off relationship with Cassie Ventura. Ventura says she did not cancel tour because of $20 million settlement. So she was supposed to go on tour and decided not to do it because she got that 20 million. Like, fuck the tour, I'm paid. I was only going to get 40,000. Like, what do you mean, fuck the tour? We need you. Before cross-examination ended, Cassie Ventura confirmed to the defense that she, her husband, and their kids moved into her parents' Connecticut home in October 2023. Oh, they was doing bad. They were, and you know her parents weren't having that shit. Like, tell her kid sit down. Cassie, clean this shit. Clean your room. Go clean your room. Like, I'm fucking grown, Dad. Her husband sitting on the couch with a fan blowing in his face, sweating like a motherfucker. I gotta do what we gotta do, babe. There's only one more can of Vienna sausage, and I ain't sharing with the kids. Like, something gotta give. Either you sue that motherfucker or I'm gonna rob him. Diddy come out his penthouse. Cassie husband standing out there with some shades on with a 45 in his hand. Like, who out here listening to Eminem? Niggas still listening to Eminem? Who the fuck out here? Before cross-examination ended, Cassie confirmed to the defense that her husband and their kids moved into her parents' home in Connecticut in October 2023. That was right before she sued Diddy. Defense attorney Estavo asked if they did that for financial reasons, but Ventura said they had just decided to move out of Los Angeles and were transitioning to live on the East Coast. They couldn't afford to live in Los Angeles no more. That rent was eating their ass up. They had to move in. Her husband, they had to move in with her parents, with their kids. Oh, she fell on hard times like a motherfucker. Like, Mom, Dad, I gotta come home. We don't have nowhere to go. Ain't got no food. The kids crying. They pulled up in the station wagon with them kids screaming with all their luggage on top of the damn car. Like, hey, welcome home. What's up, Dad? What's up, Mom? Like, we're here. Like, you know, what's for dinner? Like, we want you to leave. Ventura confirmed she was preparing for a tour at the time. Like, gotta make that move now. I gotta feed those kids. Can you imagine her with a glittery jacket on? With that horrible beat? Boom, doom, doom, doom. Gotta make that move now. She definitely would have cheated on her. As soon as somebody, Birdman or somebody came to her concert, she would have jumped out. She would have jumped off the stage, coochie first, on that man's face. She confirmed she was preparing for a tour at the time. Like, I'm gonna do it big, you know. I got 2 singles. Somebody gonna come see me. Estabo mentioned the civil lawsuit Ventura filed against Diddy Combs in 2023 and the settlement she received. When you saw you were going to get 20 million, you canceled the tour. She said, that wasn't the reason why. Yes, the fuck it was, Cassie. Man, somebody get her to, man. She canceled. As soon as that money hit her bank account, she said, fuck that tour. They got the dirt to say, all she had to do was keep it real. Keep it real one time, Cassie. You got that 20 mil, and that's why. That wasn't the reason why. She's still sitting up there lying. Oh my God, man. Ventura testifies there were times when Combs was kind, but those periods didn't last. She's still talking shit. Prosecutor Emily Johnson is asking Cassie Ventura about the message the jury saw when she said Diddy Combs expressed love for each other. Were there periods during which Sean was kind and loving? She asked. Did those periods last? No, is what she responded. When Sean wasn't happy anymore, it affected everybody around him. When asked how his moods affected her, they affected my whole life. She added, if Sean was in the mood for a freak off, my work would take the back seat. So that would mean my career not being paid attention to because I had other things to do. Yo, nasty ass. Ventura says Combs' moods impacted how she viewed herself. Oh my God, this shit going on and on with this BS. Ventura says she felt like basically a sex worker and her other job stunted her music career. Hey man, close your legs. Close your legs. As soon as she go to sing on the microphone, they push the microphone all the way in her mouth. Like, damn, I can't catch a break. She'd be like, oh, oh. Next thing you know, somebody putting baby oil all over the microphone. Prosecutor Emily Johnson is asking Cassie about her testimony that Diddy stunted her music career. Ventura recalled that she couldn't do many of the things I wanted to because of her participation in them freak offs. I had a whole nother job. Johnson asked what that job was. Ventura replied, basically a sex worker. Bitch, that's what you is. The judge granted a defense motion to strike that response from record. She said she was a sex worker. That's the end of the whole trial. The end of the, if that's how she viewed herself, if that's how she acknowledged herself during that time, if that's how she felt about herself and it was consensual, then guess what? She wasn't nothing but a 304. And that's not Diddy's problem. That's a personal problem. Her self-esteem, the way she viewed herself. The judge granted a defense motion to strike that response from that record. From the record, the jury was also shown a 2012 text thread between Ventura and someone involved in her management team about an opportunity. Is Puff okay with you doing a Common video? The text reads using the nickname for Combs and referencing the popular rapper Common. I don't know. He'll probably say no, LOL. Probably. Well, ask the niggas. She ain't want to work. They gave her an opportunity to be in a Common video. He'll probably say no, LOL. If you trying to work, it don't matter. Do the damn video. She later followed up to confirm that Combs said no to the vid. Ventura signed a 10-album deal for the record label, but only one album was released. She testified earlier this week. Combs' defense cross-examination of Cassie went as well as it could have gone. You damn right. It went as well as it could have gone. For Diddy, the cross-examination of Cassie Ventura is now complete, with the government now handed the opportunity to re-question Ventura during its redirect. As for how the defense may feel about his cross-examination of Ventura Combs' former girlfriend and one of his accusers, attorney Stable, who is not affiliated with the case, told CNN he thinks it went about as well as it could have gone. So there you have it, people. Cassie is out of here. Y'all got to let me know what y'all think about this. If she haven't relapsed yet, a lot of people feel like she already did. A junkie with $20 million who just exposed everything about her life, and she about to give birth to a newborn baby. Can you imagine the stress, depression? What they call that? Post-traumatic stress, whatever it is, man. She about to be going through it. And her husband got to come change the diapers. Like, can you get the diapers? You get the fucking diapers. You don't tell me what to do. That motherfucker told you what to do. Her husband about to have the worst attitude. I don't think they gonna make it. She gonna wish she would have just took that money and shut the hell up. Hey, only time will tell. Diddy still might do life in jail behind this. I know that sounds crazy, but they might just give him life. And there's already people out there protesting. There's people out there in the street. They angry. People in the barbershops talking. The black community is on edge. Well, the men is. The women, they don't give a fuck what happened to Diddy. And that's understandable because he shouldn't have been with Cassie anyway. Young Miami wouldn't have did him like that. Kim Porter ain't do him like that. Misa ain't do him like that. But Cassie and Jennifer, he only got in trouble when he was with Jennifer Lopez or Cassie. He ain't getting no type of trouble like that when he was with his baby mamas now. So that's his fault. You know, he gonna have to deal with that. You know, the sisters they like fuck Diddy. And rightfully so. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Hey, we got a new member too, yo. Show him some love. So much love for 49er for life. We appreciate you, bro. And everybody that hit that Cash App too. I gotta let y'all know that y'all appreciate it like Tupac's mama. It's $. Hold on, let me $ Sean Blaze Docs. Y'all can hit me up on IG, hit me up on Facebook. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. I'ma holla at y'all on my next video.